Manford Torondo's earliest pivotal memory is the roar of a devoted crowd gathered around his beloved mentor, Raina Butler. She stands on a makeshift stage, radiating hope after the long jihad. In a split second, young Manford spots a bomb. He throws himself forward to protect her, but it detonates, and flames consume the world around him. Awareness returns in fragments. Manford realizes that the explosion has taken his legs. Crawling through the wreckage, he reaches Raina's side. Her life slips away, but her vision lingers in Manford's mind. Even as he bleeds, he decides that he must defend humanity from all such evil. He calls this moment both his curse and his blessing. Half a man, twice the leader. Time passes, the Imperium remains fractured despite the defeat of the thinking machines, with the Carino Emperor struggling to maintain order, and commercial powers like Joseph Venport seizing new influence. Manford ascends as a voice of righteous fury. He preaches that mankind must never again succumb to technology that can enslave the human soul. He addresses the Landsraad while borne on a palanquin by his followers. I demand a vote. Every representative here must state for the record whether their planet sides with human freedom or with eventual enslavement. Manford Torondo is merely a guest speaker. He has no authority to make demands of this Landsraad meeting. Despite protests, Manford's supporters force the Emperor to hold a formal vote condemning advanced machine relics. The Butlerian cause gains legitimacy. Anari, Idaho becomes Manford's swordmaster guardian, carrying him wherever he goes, while Deacon Harrion enforces Butlerian edicts. With each success, Manford's crusade hardens. He acquires warships and commands crowds whose faith in him is absolute. Armed with this fragile imperial mandate, Manford spearheads the destruction of machine outposts. He publicly declares, I come here to report on the good works of my followers and to request a demonstration of unity. Butlerians continue to discover and destroy outposts and robot ships. While that is part of our legitimate work, those vessels are merely symbols of what the thinking machines did to us, remnants of the past. The real threat is more insidious, and you bring it upon yourselves. He next leads a purge against the Tlulaxa. Orbiting Bandalong, Manford vows, I don't trust them, Anari. I know they've broken the laws, but they are a clever race. Lab facilities are burned, genetic experiments confiscated or abolished, further enhancing Manford's reputation for swift and harsh justice. Meanwhile, tensions grow at the Mentat school where headmaster Gilbertus Albans offers uneasy cooperation. Manford demands Mentat expertise, yet suspects that refined mental training edges too close to mechanical abilities. As rumors spread of the Emperor's unease and the seeds of conflict with Joseph Venport deepen, the Butlerian movement moves ever closer to an explosive confrontation. While Manford rallies more supporters, Venport's empire flourishes with its navigators, who guide fold spaceships. Emperor Salvador Carino avoids direct conflict with Manford, preferring to appease him. But an accident during a Butlerian riot leads to the tragic death of Emperor Roderick Carino's daughter. This blow sets a grim undertone for House Carino's future relations with Manford. When Emperor Salvador is assassinated under suspicious circumstances, the blame falls squarely on Venport. Roderick ascends the throne, harboring fury at Manford for the loss of his daughter. Manford, however, believes the new emperor's anger can be turned against Venport, an outlaw in imperial eyes. He seizes this political opportunity, although Roderick's distrust runs deep. On Salusa Secundus, an unexpected Venhold fleet appears in orbit. Manford's forces rush in to protect the planet. To everyone's astonishment, the Venhold ships simply vanish, folding space without a fight. Overjoyed, Manford exclaims, God has granted us a perfect victory. He claims credit for the miraculous outcome, meeting Emperor Roderick in the capital as a so-called savior. Despite Roderick's bitter memories, Manford attempts to placate the emperor with a grand memorial for the lost child, hoping this gesture will ease their tensions. Crowds of Butlerian followers throng the palace gates, waving banners of a fist crushing a gear. Manford addresses the emperor and empress, offering, when tragedy occurs, those responsible must acknowledge it and atone. Let us always remember those who gave their lives for a more perfect world. Roderick accepts with visible reluctance. Manford's hatred of Joseph Venport soon drives him to acquire forbidden atomics. Planning a strike on Kolhar, he admits to Anari, we have plenty of blood to spend. He refuses to inform the emperor, deciding that such righteous ends justify any means. A massive Butlerian fleet emerges near Kolhar, unleashing nuclear fire upon the planet's surface. Though Venhold defenders resist, Kolhar is scarred, and the Butlerians depart, believing they have finally broken Venport's power. In retaliation, Navigator Simex descend upon Lampadas, Manford's stronghold. The city of Empok suffers horrible destruction as mechanical giants roast Butlerian defenders alive. Shocked, Manford huddles with Deacon Harrion and Anari, Idaho. Despite warnings, Manford refuses to hide. The demon machines are our greatest enemies, and I will not hide while Venport's monsters lay waste to my world. Semex, led by Ptolemy, target Manford's residence. Ptolemy shouts, Manford Torondo, you and your followers must pay for your crimes against humanity, and I am the one to call in that debt. Manford retorts, you talk about humanity? You a monster? Rather than destroy him in one blast, Ptolemy relishes making Manford suffer as he once suffered. Manford fights back with words and faith, but the gigantic machines burn and crush all in their path. He is mortally wounded, clutching a blood-soaked icon of Reyna Butler. As Manford falls, he believes himself vindicated by his unwavering devotion. Rays of flame light the sky and Lampadas shakes from the assault. With his dying breath, Manford envisions Reyna's face, convinced that her dream, and thus his own, is nearing fruition. He succumbs, leaving the Butlerian cause leaderless in a moment of chaos. Even as Imperial ships arrive, Anari, Idaho, and Deacon Harrion vow that the Butlerian mission will endure. They cradle Reyna's icon, proclaiming that the Imperium still requires salvation from technological corruption. In the smoldering ruins, Manford Torondo's legacy of fierce devotion remains, and the rallying cry of his followers echoes across the worlds he forever changed. The mind of man is holy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos exploring your favorite series in the future.